thank you to Adrian for their generous support on Patreon.
We awkwardly shuffle over as a unit, practically pushing her through the door as we fumble inside. Shop owner gives us an odd look, but goes back to her book, giving us a few minutes to warm up.
Phew. You know you're cold when your thighs are feeling it.
I reckon it'll take some time before thighs of your magnitude can fully thaw. What the fuck? What the hell, bro? Perhaps we can find some pants to go with your new wardrobe? And fucking pause before fucking... She gives him the stink eye before grabbing my hands and putting it between her legs. Right in the middle of the store. Fucking expression.
Cold, right?
They felt like perfect pillowy snowbanks. Cold, yes, but soft. Right, yeah. Ollie shakes his head disapprovingly and begins to browse, leaving us alone for the first time. Oh, let's hope they take quarters. You don't have any quarters left. I gave all the quarters back. Let's see the cost of what she picks. And then I'll go back and make sure I have just enough for that. And minus it from what I give to Mr. Weekend. Oh wait, I'm broke. Hope that powder was worth it. But what will I do now?
Oh, don't worry. I got this one.
She reaches it between her breasts and pulls out a wad of bills. Oh, I guess we don't need it.
It was a good show. Full house, big tippers.
I crack a smile, expecting nothing less. Her singing was outstanding, and she always drew a big crowd when she sang at Jean's. I wanted to see her perform at least one last time before I left, but I was worried if I did, I couldn't go through with it. I wonder if currency from the 20s was still in circulation in the 70s. I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't know I was right.
See anything that's catching your eye? She chuckles, sitting down on a beanbag and crossing her legs demurely.
Now, Gray, I've just been informed that I am in the 1960s. Sorry, I said the 70s earlier. The 60s. The 1960s. I have absolutely no idea what fashions are in right now.
And she pouts and crosses her arms childishly.
Thus, there's no point in trying to put together a decent look. I've lost before I've even started. Just pick something out for me, sugar. You've got a good eye.
Ah, the familiar routine. She tells me to pick and hates every single thing I bring her until she caves and looks for herself. I must have the goofiest grin on my face before she stops pretending to pout and giggles when she looks back at me. Sure, sugar. Maybe I'll get it right on the first try this time.
I bet my left tit you won't. But good luck.
I venture into the back, making a mental note to buy her a contemporary fashion magazine sometime soon. I think she'd rather like how liberated the women of this era seem. There are racks upon racks of dingy denim jackets and garish colors. Garish colors, sorry, not garnish colors. This one looked like parsley. This one looks like oregano. I don't know. That'd just be green, wouldn't it? Tacky white culottes and hundreds of demented-looking hats. I really don't want to walk out of here empty-handed. She won't make it back to the apartment at this rate. Fuck, I'm gonna have to explain this to Mark somehow. Today is really not my day. I'm so caught up in my thoughts, I nearly trip over a box in the corner of the store. The owner cranes her neck to see what the ruckus is, and I silently mouth an apology. The box is full of more sensible items. I pull out a brown suede jacket that looks about her size. I was never great at discerning one's bust size, but style is more important right now. It's not. I've been on one, count 'em, one clothing shopping trip since transitioning, and style is not more important than being able to fit properly. And that shit is fucking impossible to decipher from look alone. Numbers are basically a myth when it comes to women's clothing. Hey, Ollie, what do you think of huh? He's gone. Did he slip out while I was talking to Simone? Wow. Leaving without a word after all that left a bad taste in my mouth. Regardless, I run to show Simone my find, hoping my time with Mark has improved my fashion sense.
Oh, that ain't bad. I like the fringe, too.
Right? It kind of reminded me of the cowboy get-ups we used to wear as kids.
Yeah, didn't Sam? Sorry.
It's alright. I brought it up. By the way, where did Ollie go?
Oh, him? He left a few minutes ago. He wrote down his contact info for me in case we needed to get in touch with him again.
That's a little fucking weird, but again, he's meta knowledge. He's an insider. He's a fucking insider, man. Oh, dude, this is a fucking piano remix of Old Lang Syne. I just got that. This song that's playing in the background. Nice. Huh. Odd guy, that one. Look who's talking. So, you'll take it? Hey, look at her! Nice. I hold up the garment and she claps approvingly, snatching it out of my hand and dancing over to the register.
Yeah? Now let's get something to eat. I'm starving.
What about your frosty snowbank thighs that you described earlier? Same old Simone, living each day by the seat of her pants and having fun to boot. No pants? Alright, whatever. We walk back out into the cold, less harsh now that Simone's walking with me arm in arm with her new duds.
Should we ask around for a place?
Nah, let's walk around. Don't you want to see the city?
What is it with men and never asking for directions?
Hey, I'm just trying to... Some guy walks straight into me, almost knocking the both of us over.
Sorry, pal.
Asshole! Are you alright, Gray?
Yeah, Wait. I suddenly feel lighter. By my pants and notice my wallet's gone. Damn it! That guy just robbed me!
What? Oh, just wait till I get my hands on...
Fellas.
We pause and turn around, seeing a young rat swaddled in layers of winter clothes and holding out what looks to be my wallet.
That's a pretty classic trick, my guy. You's gotta be quicker than that around these parts. Don't worry, though. Stole it back for you.
Wow! Hey! That's really cool! That's a cool guy right there. Nice! I snatched the wallet back and combed through before remembering it was empty to begin with. It was not! You had that super important fucking card and the photo! You cannot lose that thing, man! I slide it back in my pocket and laugh awkwardly, embarrassed. Thanks.
It's AJ. You two's new around here?
Simone pushes past me and leans down, staring inches from his face.
Yes, we're very new. Could you maybe show us a good place to eat?
Dude! She's using her baby voice. Oh, man.
What's in it for me?
She pulls out a wad of cash again and licks her fingers, pulling out a few singles, and AJ watches wide-eyed.
How's $5 sound?
Dude, inflation, man. $5, man. Oh, it's a kid?
I've been giving this like, hey, yo.
Fucking voice. It's a kid. The kid snaps out of it and nods, holding his hands out greedily. So lets go of the bills and snatches them out of midair. And he snatches them out of midair, stuffing them into his coat in the blink of an eye.
Pleasure doing business with you. All right, follow me, chumps.
Chumps! Fucking chumps! Before I can add anything, he starts power walking down the block. Someone grabs my arm and pulls me along, and I almost trip over my feet. Once again, she's adapted perfectly to the situation. Oh, this snowy street again. We pass an alleyway, and I stop in my tracks. Homeless, packed wall to wall. Women, children, old, young. Simone notices and doubles back, her smile faltering. It's taking us to a soup kitchen because you just asked a homeless person where's a good place to eat. And paid him $5 to do it. In a condescending ass voice, too. That could have been me if I never ran into Mark.
Hey, what you two's doing? Yeah. Real shame. Especially this time of year.
Aren't there any shelters they could stay in?
They're all full. They're better off trying to get arrested just so they can get a cell to sleep in.
Jesus.
And if that ain't bad enough, they're just going missing lately. People are talking.
Really?
Oh, this is fucking creepy. You gotta have the fucking stinger in behind it.
They say some guy will come by and offer you a place to stay, asking for nothing in return.
And then?
Nobody knows, but you don't come back.
That's awful.
Yeah. Just rumors, though, right? He gives me a confused glance and nods slowly.
Yeah, technically. Still troubling info either way, boss.
There's no way, right? Mark had plenty of chances to... If he really wanted to... I mean... It's hard enough to believe he'd specifically target the homeless, let alone him. He has too much to lose by letting strangers into his apartment. Plus, he said I was the first visitor, didn't he? If that was a lie, then...
Hey! What? Ah!
Sorry, God. I got lost in thought and jumped at the noisy rat.
Earth the possum! Come on, I still got a job to do here.
Let's go, Gray.
I nod and run to catch up with the other two. His dark thoughts still lingering. Can't help but look at the other. Can't help but look back at the alley as we walk away. We take a few sharp turns until we come to a large diner situated on a quiet street corner.
Here you go. This place is pretty decent.
Decent?
Good burger and fries. Doesn't get much better than that if you ask me.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm hungry.
He tugs on my arm, dragging me towards the door, and I wave goodbye to our little guide. He smiles and tips his hat at me, and as he turns away, you can tell he's headed towards the alley we just came from. So he's homeless too. God. My heart sinks. He couldn't be older than 16. Whatever rent Mark pays on his apartment, he could probably feed that whole group for a week. Don't forget where you came from, Gray. You were equally guilty of not helping. We get seated by a nice older lady and get brightly colored paper menus. Simone orders a coffee, but I'm in the mood for something a little bubblier. I'll have a sarsaparilla. What? You mean a root beer? Huh? You know what? You're getting a root beer. Do I have a choice? You'll love it. Okay. She writes it down on her notepad and walks away, leaving us alone. So... She fidgets in her seat, looking out of the window and tapping rhythmically on the table. There's no chance this is all some crazy dream and we're all really at home, preferably drunk and passed out. I sigh and lean on my hand, quickly scanning the menu even though I'm definitely getting a hamburger. No, believe me, I've had time to rule everything out. Something unexplainable has happened to us, and I think it has something to do with Mark and the other ones I mentioned. Right, in the golden place. The place that sounded suspiciously like heaven, yet you're clearly not dead. Yeah, and I'm fairly certain Mark isn't either. But not 100% certain? Bare my face in the menu, uncomfortable with the topic. I saw something in a nightmare. It felt too real to have been completely in my head. I vaguely described the scene, leaving the gory details vague as to not spoil our appetites. I can't help but feel like something awful is going to happen any day now, especially with how unpredictable he can be at times. Gray. I mean, yeah, he's handsome and rich and is pretty much taking care of me for free. Gray. Who wouldn't take advantage of this opportunity with the position I'm in? This was just the hand I was dealt. Ahem. Large Bull is tapping his foot, notepad and pen at the ready. Oh, it's a guy, sorry. Sorry, I'll have a hamburger. Furrows his brow.
Anything else?
That's all, Tim. I'll have a grilled cheese and fries, extra crispy. Bovine nods and takes our menus, walking with heavy hooves to the kitchen. Slam my head onto the table, cursing myself for that awkward reaction. He probably serves hundreds of burgers a day, Gray. I know. He's probably having a good laugh about it right now. That makes it worse! She giggles and pats me on the back. After a few minutes of small talk, our food arrives and we eagerly dig in. It's decent, like AJ promised. Something about mediocre food can be more comforting and satisfying than a 5-star meal. Just getting to sit with Simone, someone who just a few days ago I thought I'd never see again, feels surreal. Maybe more surreal than anything Virgil's thrown at me. I noticed the clock on the wall. It's almost 5 o'clock. Shit, he's gonna be out of work soon. She stops and looks at me mid-chew with a puzzled look. Huh? Ooh, that Mark guy? Yeah, I wasn't even supposed to leave the house today. Supposed to? I gulp, realizing how bad that sounded. It's not like that. Oh hey, CG of Simone. She puts her fork down and leans her elbows on the table, sternly looking at me. Gray. Again? I had a feeling this would come up. Come on, Sam, I just met the guy. And you're already living with him. This situation is not applicably comparable to anything that has come before. I don't give a goddamn. This is not the time or place or dimension for fucking any of this kind of, oh, you're doing it again kind of relationship advice. This is not the place.
really don't have time for this. If I want to get home before Mark, I have to leave now. But I'm enjoying my time with Simone, too.
Also, yeah, you're gonna have to take her with you. I mean, where is she gonna stay? She's gotta stay with you and Mark. That couch is gonna get crowded.
Maybe I shouldn't be so worried.
What should I do? Choices colored red will drastically change the outcome of the story. Make a separate save file if you want the experience. Oh, wow. Now this is a fucking interesting ass choice here. I do like this. I made that short edit of the West Wing scene that apparently some people just didn't get. It's the short is about me overthinking choices, and VN creators getting annoyed at how I am overthink choices and demand to now. I'm demanding to know. You're expecting me to, that fucking edit. But this is telling me this is a choice that will really fucking change shit. In my personal opinion, I genuinely believe it's probably healthier in terms of a character perspective to stay and talk and have this conversation with Simone, but like it's probably better in like a story perspective to go see Mark. I don't know what the game wants me to do, because I'm sensing a disconnect between the game's values and my values, which is fine because everyone has different fucking values, right? But like the game is including a sense of a value system about Gray's romantic history concerning how fast he's like moving romantically, and tying it to his past romances and trying to talk about this and that like they're in the same sphere. And I'm like, no, they're not, dude. These are not the same fucking thing. Not even just in terms of the overarching, we're in the future, we're in a fucking new city, we're in all this other stuff. There's also the fact that Mark seems to be this like secret possible like abusive ass fucker, like that we're just starting to get to know as possibly being really horrible, or maybe even not, because there's been no overt extreme showing of it to us specifically. Everything has just sort of been inferred or implied. So I don't know. There seems to be a lot. There seems to be between me and the game a bit of a disconnect there. I don't know, but I am going to choose to go see Mark in this choice because ultimately I see the game path as being trying to prevent Mark's suicide. I see that as being the goal here. I might be wrong. Probably am. I usually am. But that's kind of what I think we're trying to do here. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments. And Lord knows I fucking love this game. It won the Golden Steves for a reason. Yeah, I'm gonna go see Mark because I feel like staying with Simone would only exacerbate Mark's problems, and therefore yeah, I think could possibly lead to furtherance of problems for Mark. So we're gonna go see Mark, but I did save. It's right there. Here we go. Damn. I fucking God, that sucks. That fucking sucks. Even the music sounds like you fucked up. Oh, jeez, it's just that one sting of music. Literally, okay. Even the music sounds better on this choice. Even the music sounds better when you stay with Simone. God! God, everything is saying that I'm making the wrong fucking choice here. Oh my god! Jesus! Did you hear that shit? Oh! Oh! Christ! What was the dialogue? What is the dialogue here? Oh, God. See, this is also a problem that... God, I gotta hear that fucking sting again. The music is literally telling me, you fucked up! And in the other one, it's like, yeah, you did the right thing. This is a problem that I remember Nakey Jakey talked about it. I don't remember which video it was, but he was talking about one of the Far Cry games. And in the beginning of the Far Cry game, I've never played a Far Cry game, but like a lot of the plot is predicated on apparently on you trying to, it's like a lot of it is predicated on an emotional bond that the main character has with their girlfriend or whatever, but you don't spend time in the game with your girlfriend, you spend it with some other character. And so the bond that the player has is with the character you spend time in the game with. So I'm kind of getting a little bit of that here because I've spent a lot of this time with Mark. I actually care about Mark. I want to see what happens with Mark, but Gray as a character in the dialogue that you see with when you choose Simone, Mark can wait. Simone has been there for me as long as I've known her, and you hear, and yeah, and the music sounds good, and she's smiling, like. Gray, as a character, knows Simone for fucking years. But we haven't experienced that shit. We've experienced a little bit, not as much as we've experienced with Mark. But anyway, I made the save, so we're gonna go see Mark, and you'll let me know in the comments if the CG frowning at me, literally the game is frowning at me and the music is telling me that I fucked up. If all of these signs are telling me the obvious, which is that this is a fucking mistake, Jesus, this fucking stinger is upsetting. Oh, God, it's horrible. No. I made a promise. Friends keep their promises. And we're gonna walk in there and Mark's gonna fucking shoot us in the face. It's gonna be like, well, guess I shouldn't have done that. God damn it. Fuck. Promises. Simone, I'm sorry, but I have to go. Where is she gonna go? She has to come with you. Like, she has nowhere else to stay. She has to stay with you and Mark. I see. What? I'm gonna need some time to convince him to let you stay with us, but I'm sure if we... I don't want to stay with him, Gray. What I want is to go home with you. I want to go home too, Sim. But I know this whole thing is tied to Mark somehow. I can't let whatever I saw happen to him. He's important to me. Oh, shit. I didn't skip past that. I don't know if you saw it, but she says, more important than me. Come on, you know that's not what I... Actually, what? Just remembered something. What? She gets up, throwing some change on the table without counting.
Ollie told me I could stay at his place until we figure out what's going on. Something about me being his lucky charm. I think he's trying to solve the mystery on his own. Oh. But are you sure you can trust him? She rushes past me, her bushy tail almost knocking me over. I grab her wrist and squeeze it tightly. I hear her mutter something under her breath. What? Can you really trust him? Yes. I'm happy then. She wrestles her arm from my grasp and jets out the door. Just like that, she's gone again. I didn't ask her to find me. I have to finish what I started. God, this really feels like a fucking mistake. Also, there's a computer right there in the picture. I just realized that. There's a fucking computer in the shot. Breaking a little bit of the diegesis here, man. Then we can all go home. I'm sorry, Sim, but you'll thank me later. God, this really feels like I made a mistake, bro. This made a mistake, bro.